Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Controlling Chelsea. We're through to episode 5 now. Haven't thought of a witty title yet, obviously I tend to do that after. In the 12 days since you've last seen us, the only thing that's happened is Drinkwater demanded first team football and Blackman agreed with him. Jamal Blackman agreed with him. So I released Blackman because I don't give a shit really. He literally was the only person agreeing with him and the rest of the squad was happy. I didn't want two people negatively affecting my squad, so I got rid of Blackman. And I've sold Drinkwater to Burnley, hopefully, which is fantastic. So don't worry about that. Look at the dynamics now. Putting Drinkwater in the under-18s, I believe, if you want a little quick hint, it removes him from the hierarchy. So if you don't want your squad to be negatively affected by one arsehole demanding first-team football, bung him in the under-18s. Perfect solution for me. Also, do try to sell him before that, because if you forget he's in the under-18s, in Danny Drinkwater's case, I've got someone on 120 grand a week in the under-18s. So yeah, don't do that. In essence, though, other than that, Drinkwater leaving, I'm not that bothered. I wasn't going to use him. Jamal Blackman, the only reason I've released him is it was really cheap to do so, and I had the money. And actually, I've actually noticed just now we've got a few more clauses to sell. So I am going to do that. Mainly because Costa is 30, and these two at the bottom are in due to goals, 50 to 66 league goals, not even all goals. At the age of 30, he probably actually won't get that. And necessarily won't even stay at Atletico Madrid, so he won't get that money. So if we just accept the payout of it, yeah, it's like making money there. If he leaves, we don't get that money ever again. So it's probably better to do that. Today you can probably see we got West Ham. As I said in the last episode, they're doing okay. They're fourth in the table. So this is the people we wanted to. This is the people we need to beat if we want to be more or less there or thereabouts. The board is actually very pleased with me at the moment, which I find hard to believe. The reason I find it hard to believe, we are actually seventh, and we're not in the top four, and that was their minimum demand. And they also want us to be to the final Europa League. I know we won every game in terms of Europa League and all our cup competitions so far, but very pleased. Didn't see it coming. Happy with that, obviously. I did think we'd be sacked after the second episode, not going to lie to you all. We'll move on to the team selection now. I'm not actually going to play this at the moment. I'm just going to save this because I haven't actually saved this tactic for a while. I'm actually going to create a new tactic. Not specifically just for this game. I've been wanting to do it for a while, but I wanted to show you all before I did it, you see. I'm going to make it just a 4-2-3-1. The reason I'm doing this is if you have a look, in terms of our wide play tends to be very, very, very good. Sorry, our wide play on the 4-2-3-1 compact system is non-existent, other than the fullbacks. When people are playing wingers, I feel like we can be a bit exposed too easy, which is, I want something to counter that in essence. If I'm worried about the wingers, because I know West Ham will play 4-3-3. I'm pretty sure they've played it every game of this season so far. So we'll see, and I'll switch back if they're not. But I just want something to basically say, like, here we are. We're not gonna do that. We'll match you man for man. So we'll see. We'll match you man for man, and we'll also keep it like on the positive thing. But it's generally quite risk free as well. So, and I want it to be a bit more compact and more. I know the other one is very compact in the middle, but not compact as in the wide areas. I want these two to be helping out. We're going to switch them back to fullbacks, obviously because they're going to be doing that job now. But other than that, it's not. It's more or less the same. I'm just giving Hazard and Willian the room to manoeuvre. I'll leave Hazard as an inside forward on support. He loves that role. But other than that, I'm going to try this change of formation. We'll give the game a go and we'll see how it goes. The proof's in the pudding. We'll see the result together. As I said, they did play a 4-3-3. Got Fabianski, Cresswell, Jorge Mer, Balbuena, Zabaleta, Carlos Sanchez, Mark Noble, Jack Wilson, Arnautovic, Yarmolenko, Lucas. I'm going to say I'm expecting a win because I really am with the amount of missing people they have. If you looked at their unavailable list, they had Nasri, they had Snodgrass doubtful. They had a few more just missing, generally from the squad. If we can start positively here and not exceeding 2 minutes, that'd be lovely. Yarmolenko, Jorge Mer. Yeah, but well done getting that ball out. They're penning us back very well, though, I must say. Ball that wide to Wilshere. Rudiger away. Very, very strong clearance again, but we need someone picking up these balls to try and stop them coming back at us full force again. Oh, it's hit the post there. I thought we actually hit Kepa's face, but not sure what happened there. But that was a very, very long period of domination. Only had one shot from it, but the crosses were dangerous into the box. Loftus-Cheek and Kante for ourselves now. Marcus Alonso left-hand side. Big cross. And now Twitch picks up easily. Luis heads away. Well done. Oh, unfortunately not. Lucas. Mark Noble. Great save from Kepa. I'm going to ask the team to concentrate because I feel like they're letting them get into them a bit much at the moment in the early stage. Obviously, all home teams early on go for it, hammer and tong. But I want to try and stop that. I even tell them to lower the tempo down a tad. I feel like we're trying to rush to get the ball back out to our players, which isn't what I want. Oh Lord, what is? I couldn't even commentate then. I didn't know what was happening. There was slide tackles going in. The ball was near our goal. It was a nightmare. Yamo, whacked over the bar. I'll give the new tactic a little while, maybe till half time. Hazard with a lovely free kick here. A lovely free kick opportunity, I was going to say. Marcus Alonso, back out to Hazard. Lovely ball. Willian is through on goal. He's missed. That's just got to be a goal. And he's fouled him as well. It's like a steam train. He just shot and kept going and ran through the whole team. Jorge Mayer picks the ball up here and long. Oh, wow, that's such a poor. Well done. Kepa's been unbelievable this game. He's kept us in it. It could be 2-0 down. Easily 2-0 down or more. They've only had 6 shots, but 3 of them have been incredibly dangerous for us. As I said, I'll give the new tactic to a half time. It's been pretty even in terms of chances made. Williams probably had the best one of the game and he missed it. He just straight at the keeper. Then Lucas had an equal opportunity, straight at the keeper, 1-on-1. Other than that, yeah, I mean, it's okay. We'll see. Hazard's nicked the ball though. Giroud. Hazard again. Squares it. Loftus-Cheek, 1-0. Get in. Deserves it as well. What a player. I did want to give him lots of opportunities, and I had something in me today. I mean, he's obviously picked up on the fact that Jorginho and Kovacic are out, so there's going to be one position which he can fill in because Barkley's got to drop back, and he has. You can't really ask more than a goal. Well done. Lovely work from Hazard. To be fair, we get a massive bid from Real Madrid, as real life would probably indicate might happen. I don't know what I'd do. I don't want to sell him, but if he's asking for the move and complains, I'm going to be very much gutted. Hazard now, as we're talking about him. Kante. Oh, I hate Kante shooting. I'm going to look at his instruction, tell him never to shoot. He did score a screamer early on in the season, but yeah, I'd rather try and not do that. Be honest, I'm probably going to switch back now to what we know and love. We'll leave it like this. Basically, they're easily able to metamorphosis into that formation again, and they know it more. I like the first half test of the tactic because we actually came out on top, but we could have been easily 3-1 down. So I wasn't too sure of it, and it isn't really a good idea. I wouldn't copy what I did there to make a tactic before the game, go into it with it. I wouldn't do that. I'm going to make a couple of changes now, keep the team fresh, but no, as I said, necessarily, I probably wouldn't do that. But if we get a win, I'll be buzzing with that, obviously. But yeah, long way to go yet. I'm going to try to move Loftus-Cheek back, and I want to take off Kante as he's playing quite poorly. We'll put Pedro in that cam role. Actually, I'll put Hazard in that cam role and move Pedro out to the left attacking mid role. A bit more football for Kepa as well. All positive. Kepa. A bit more football for Hudson-Odoi as well, because I do want to play him a lot and I want to make sure he keeps continuing to grow. Barkley now. Oh, I wouldn't have shot. I would have passed it off to Piliqueta. He's making a darting run down the right-hand side. Arnautovic now for West Ham. Still a dangerous team, even with all the missing players. Kepa again with a great save. Loftus-Cheek has been unbelievable. He's up and down. He's got to be man of the match. It's Hazard at the moment, but with that defensive fire there, I'd have him. Hazard back to Marcus Alonso on the left wing. Loftus-Cheek dictating the game. This is exactly what I want from him. Alonso, Pedro. Alonso again. Whacks across in there. It's just deflected. Pedro very poor there. Gives it away to Mark Noble. It's probably the best person to give away to, someone with no mobility. But he does have passing range. And he slots through easy. So bad. I'm going to whack it. Actually, I'm going to move back to the other tactic. Let's go straight back to it. And we're going to actually put it on attack it as well. The amount of shots we've had as well away from home, I'd be very disappointed if we lose. Oh, sorry, draw. Hudson-Odoi now with the ball. Giroud. Oh, could have been a pen there. Marcus Alonso picks the ball up though. Low crossing down the equator. And Giroud, get the fuck in. Yes. Oh, relief. I think the quick change back to the other tactic threw them. I don't know if they've had a chance to reassess their own system. But straight away, literally from the goal, Alonso gets a cross in. Azpilicueta picks up the ball, squares it for Giroud to tap in, and that's what the man does. He has done nothing all game. I've not even seen him in the highlight, but he pops up with an important goal. You cannot ask more than that from one of your important attackers. I'm going to put it to very defensive for the last couple of minutes because I want to see this victory out. And of course, there's a fucking highlight with 20 seconds to go. Well done. Barkley, hold the ball. Please, don't lose it. Well done. Lovely 1-2s between Barkley, Hazard and Pedro. A little triangle here. Yes, get in. 3 points. My lord. Oof, that was hard work. I feel like I did a lot of in-game management there, which really paid off. I felt like that was a loss all day long. I'm really, really happy with that, though. I will get this forward to... I'll praise Hudson-Odoi for his training at the moment as well. Just to, I love him. Other than that, I'll see you in a couple of days for the Zagreb game. There it goes. After a little short break, we're back for the Dynamo Zagreb game. As you can see, doing well in the group. We've only won by 1-0 for both games, so the goal difference isn't that good, but the 6 points is the most important thing. Nothing's happened in between a couple of days since the last game to now. We are at home for this game, and it's probably the easiest game in our group. Of course, we're going to switch back to our normal tactic now. The other one is primarily going to be for... it's going to be for, I'd imagine, away games, which I'm going to try and implement that in more. Primarily, today is going to be a rotational team. I'm actually going to give Caballero a go because his sharpness is killing me. God forbid if I get an injury to Kepa and I have to play him. If he's not match sharp, we're going to be conceding goals like a sieve. So yeah, let's just. I'm just going to quickly look at the under 23 and see who would be eligible to actually play today, and literally no one because everyone's gone. But yeah, don't worry about that. We're going to have the majority of the players are playing who I want to play anyway, so that's no problem. We'll go ahead with this team. Higuain gets a run out with the children as well, which is the funniest sentence I've ever said, and so does Hazard. But overall, it's a younger team, obviously apart from the few old campaigners like Willy Caballero or Johnny Sins in goal. Christensen, Zappacosta, Eden Hazard, Pedro and Higuain, and then the majority, younger team. Watch out for that team. Dani Olmo is a very good player. I'm going to put a scarab on him and also add him to the shortlist because I do know he's a good player. I can see roughly here what he's like, but might be looking to pick him up. I was going to say relatively cheap, but unfortunately Zagreb, unfortunately the algorithm of FM have made Croatian league players based a lot more expensive. Dani Olmo is a very good player though, so he deserves that. But I'm going to keep an eye on him, especially on this game. If he plays well in this game and the away leg, I might move for him. We can easily have another attacking mid in here. We're playing free in our main tactic, you remember, and Pedro's not getting any younger. So we'll definitely be looking to get a few new cams in. But mainly the reason we're going to be trying to do that is, probably the better time to do that is going to be in the summer. So after this window, after this season, we're going to have a lot more money to spend and we're going to be looking at different options. We can maybe bring in a big star. We are Chelsea at the end of the day. We're going to want higher profile players. So maybe someone like a Nabil Fekir. This is where I want your input. I want you to suggest some players. Not necessarily going to sign them, but I do want to have a look who you suggest. Hazard picks the ball up now, and that's a lovely goal. Fantastic. This is why I like playing Hazard in these type of games. He's a step above everyone on the pitch. But he also just gives us that comfortable start. If we're a few goals up by half time, I can take Hazard off and rest him for the next game. Just 45 minutes work and he can come off now. We'll see. But it's a great start. Oh, Danny Olmo, my man, on the free kick, hits the post. See, danger man. Unfortunate to not go in there. I'm going to praise the boys. Just looking at their team, this guy rings a bell. I'm going to quickly go to his profile when I next get a chance, but I just want to talk about him quickly because he's bringing back some memories of an older FM. We'll watch this highlight and we'll have a look at, I think his name's Leonard Kweke, or Kueke. Hazard is unbelievable this game. And that's a penalty, which Hazard will take. But that run was unbelievable. It served a goal just for the run. The main man steps up himself and misses. What is our penalty conversion? Can someone look through the episode and figure out how many we've missed? Have we missed 4 in a row? I'm not. Even in games we win, we miss a penalty. But yeah, sorry. Let's have a look. Oh my lord, it didn't even give me a chance. It's another highlight straight away. And Pardew with a great block then. Did you see that? He literally got his knee up and Higuain is sprinting, which is scary. Pedro with a lovely finish there. They left one man back to defend against 5 on-rushing Chelsea players. He basically kicked the ball out. Look at this run, by the way, from the 4 Chelsea players, beg pardon. And this poor guy here, Dilava, he heads the ball away. Pedro picks the ball up and slams it past him and his keeper. But yeah, sorry, let's have a look at this guy quickly before I forget. Yeah, Leonard. I remember that from a very long time ago. Leonard Kweke, back on FM10 or FM11, was unbelievable. Could be one of the best strikers in the world. He did play for Sparta Prague, as I thought. You could pick him up for nothing, absolute nothing. He was an unbelievable player. He was obviously about 20 or 21 back then. This was nearly 9 years ago. But yeah, unbelievable player. Just remembered, if you remember him from your older saves, and especially my channel, I did FM11 content. So if you were a sub from back then, you'll know this guy. Thinking back to FM11 and my older videos, Lucas Barrios as well, what a player. I was literally rewatching my older videos as well and just laughing. Barrios was unbelievable, like 47 goals in like 48 games. And oh my... Yes, I'm so happy that went in. Not because everything was wrong with that. I'm glad it went down as his goal because that was terrible from the goalkeeper. It's probably one of the worst things I've ever seen from a goalkeeper on FM. But it counts as a 30-yard screamer from Lampard. Look at the curve on that. I love that goal more than anything. It made Lampard look like prime Frank Lampard. Oh, Lord. That's going to give him the world of confidence, though. And he's not even playing in his best position. He's playing as a right centre mid. He's primarily a centre back. But we've blitzed away Zagreb here. This has been easy. I'm going to take Hazard off, as I said I would. Other than that, I'll leave it. I'll leave Hazard on the bench now. Job well done for him. He scored a goal. He's missed a penalty. He's set up another one. And yeah, that'll do for now. But yeah, we're 3-0 up. Very, very competent. This is very, very competent performance, should I say. The other game in our group is also drawing at the moment, which is good for us because I think if we win our next game, we'll be qualified regardless what happens. And obviously that's good. I'll bring off other people here. Officer Sheik is becoming a bit of a first teamer now, but I don't really want to bring him off for Kante. Let's bring on Alonso. And I will actually bring off Lobster Chicks for Kante. Just give him a few minutes, keep the legs fresh. I don't want Lobster Cheeks to run himself out because we do actually have a game this weekend as well. In a couple of days, I believe it's against. I can't actually remember off the top of my head. Let me just look. I'll look after this. Oh, William just misses. 1 second. Let's just look quickly. Leicester in a few days, 3 days. Yeah, that seems ease off tackles. We don't want someone missing for no reason. Danny Olmo, the man we highlighted before the game, been very, very... Oh, God. Safacosta, why? Why did you do that? What a poor header. Let's look at this again and laugh. So they take a cross in. I believe it's Stojanovic who crosses, yeah. And then Safacosta with a poor header. But, oh, then it hits him and then goes in. That's just unlucky, really. Never mind. I'm not going to be too complaining. I'm not going to be complaining about that too much. We've already got the win secured. He says nervously as I get another highlight with 2 minutes to go. Pedro picks the ball up from deep now. They're all stepping off him, which he probably loves. He gets a lot more chance to run at them now. Niambe, and Pardew. William and Pardew is playing unbelievable today, including his 30-yard belter. And go there. Oh, my lord, what was that? The curve on that ball. Wow. But yeah, overall, good performance. This is exactly what you want. This is why I like the Europa League. In the group stage specifically, you can even just build your confidence and give your team another win. And they've just kicked Kante. Yeah, that's just a cynical yellow card. But as I said, you can just build confidence with this. It just makes your team, you gel more. The more you win, obviously everything improves on this game, as you all know. So having Europa League like this may not be good for the amount of games we play in terms of fitness and injuries. It can cause problems that way. But if you're winning all the games, everything just looks great. Everything's rosy. The people, the squad's happy. The dynamics are all going up. Everything good. And as I say, that another very, very comfortable 3-1 win there. My assistant manager, I don't know if this is the same with you guys as well, it's always very negative. When we win, not bothered. When we lose, kill him. Or even when we win, I'm not bothered and I hate you. Either way, and Pardew with a great performance there. And he's knocking up, he's going up now. And he should be playing for around 23s as well. If he's not, I'm just going to make him do that now. I'm going to available for. Oh, he is already. So, yeah, he just doesn't need to be at the moment, obviously. I'll get forward to the Leicester game, guys, and we'll be back there. I won't holiday, I'll just continue, but you'll see me in a moment. Hello guys, welcome to the penultimate game of the episode here. We've got the Leicester game. Their form is abysmal. I'd be very unhappy if we don't manage to get all 3 points here. So yeah, we'll see today, won't we? Their form is literally woeful, as it says here as well. I don't know what it is, but we'll take a look quickly before we go into the game. Where are we? Oh, Brendan Rodgers having a hard time with it. Schedule. What is going on here? Okay. Yeah, I found it. Burnley. Lost. Yeah, not good, is it? Let's go to the team selection. What is it? Oh. Why did everything do that then? How strange. I'm having a bit of trouble with my game here, guys, literally, as you can see. What is going on? Alright, we seem to be back now. It like unticked everything for me for some reason. Never mind, but we're here now, I think. Okay. Lovely. Well, okay. Bit weirded out by that, but let's carry on and get into the game before things fall apart anymore. Either way. What's that formation? That's strange. They've got Phil Foden on loan, I assume, yeah. Okay, but they're playing centre mid with Tielemans. That's like FM Wonder Kid centre mid pair in there. I'm surprised they're doing so badly with this team, but it might be the actual formation. It looks just a bit peculiar. Anyway, let's carry on. We'll go into the game straight away. I'm pretty confident with this game just due to their form. They are playing in literally the opposite kit to us. They've got white and blue, we're blue and white, but we should be okay. I feel like we can get at this team. Their back three is so immobile with Evans, Morgan and Maguire. Maguire, beg pardon, not very. He is very quick in his own lumbering way. But the other two are basically statues. William, that's a cracking header. I wouldn't have thought our first goal in this game, or even many goals in our many games, would be a William header. Not the tools, guys. That's Piliqueta with a great cross then. Another good cross. He's really enjoying that right back role. That's a lovely header. But Schmeichel couldn't do anything to it. He's powered it right past Podgier and he like falling. That's actually Ice Machine. I literally am opposite. If you hear any like clanking or clung throughout the episode, you wondered what it was. It's just the ice falling. Anyway, cracking start. Look at the amount of shots we've had in 25 minutes. 11. Unbelievable. This is where you've got to be careful though. Players like Jamie Vardy only need about 3 seconds to be on the side and through on goal, just for the amount. He's rapid. He's even at his age, he's like 30 odd now, and he's still rapid. I'm going to ask the team just to be just concentrate. Don't let them in the match or back into the match with a silly mistake like not marking from a set piece or so on. Harry Maguire, Ben Chilwell. Very, very interesting, Ben Chilwell. myself as a Spurs fan would love to have him. I don't think we could afford him just because we're not spending money on anyone. But even on this save, Alonso and Emerson, not long term for me. I want Ben Chilwell, maybe someone else. But we'll see. They're okay. They're both very good players, as I say, Emerson and Alonso. But neither are youthful. So I do want to try and bring one of them. I think Emerson actually isn't that old. I'm not giving him enough credit there, but yeah, I think Ben Chilwell is one of the best left backs in literally Premier League at the moment. So I'm going to look at him. If he's cheap, I'll have him, but I don't think he will be. Great first half, I must say. Lots of possession, lots of shots. Would like it to be more. This tends to be a problem of ours. We can dominate the whole game. Even the commentators are excellent at times. I want to make sure we show that. I don't mind winning 1-0. That's how you become champions. 1-0 wins and a scrappy victory, like the one against West Ham. Very, very much antipathise that. That's not a word, but we'll carry on. You know what I meant. I don't actually know the word I'm looking for there. But it really does show that. But I want to make sure, because that doesn't make account for a penalty, a corner, a set piece routine, or something like that. It just we need to get more than one goal in games. I'm happy to win by this margin, and it looks good when you do because you keep a clean sheet. 1-0 sorted. But yeah, we need to push for that second goal, which I think we will do. We're having still many shots onto them, and they're not changing their formation, which is allowing lots of pressure onto them. Hazard with a long bender, no chance. Vardy's been booked now. I did bring on Loftus-Cheek as I was having a little rant there, and I will make a further change now as we get to the later stages of the game. I bring on Giroud, and I'm going to bring on the man himself, Pardew. And I'm actually going to put him in the role where he scored that goal. Even though he's a partial centre mid. But he deserves it. It was a 30-yard clanger. Don't worry about the goalkeeper. That didn't happen. It was straight in, wasn't it, guys? Old Aspi on the right wing again. Enjoying his space forward. Does win the ball back after a collision. Hazard. And Pardew. Jorginho. What a save. Schmeichel with like one hand tips over the bar. Alonso over the set piece now. Maguire clears. And Pardew can keep it in though. And loses the ball. Madison long through ball to Phil Foden. Into Jamie Vardy on the volley. That's exactly what I was talking about. That's why we need to emphasise and go forward and be a bit more attacking. Because that can happen. That is a out of nowhere goal. That's like literally long ball, volley. But we'll push forward. We'll look for it now. I'll keep it on positive. I don't feel attacking is intuitive with how we play. Ricardo on the edge of the box now, over the bar. That's scary. Scary, very scary. We'll leave on attacking. We need to push this. Going to move to the other tactic as well. I feel like it gives us a bit more. We don't really have the players. Oh, we do. Cool. I'll move it to very attacking as well. See if we can nick that last minute goal. Which it doesn't look like we're going to be able to. If anything, they will. Yeah, it's all over. It's not a problem. I mean, it is sad that we couldn't emphasise and go forward, but it is what it is. It's a one-off draw, and it is disappointing. It's just mainly because of how we played. We played really well. End of the day, so we're 3 points off top four. It's not the end of the world. It's just really stupid to drop points like that because they were terrible all game. Terrible. And they scored a really lucky, like, hit and hope goal. And it is what it is. It's just, you take it on the chin. Oh, Tycoon leaves Newcastle high and dry. Very, very much like real life. We'll just continue on to the Huddersfield games literally in a couple of days. We'll get forward there. We'll play that. We'll chuck in the Cardiff game as well, I think. We'll see after the Huddersfield game what time we're coming up to. I can't actually tell the actual total thing of the video now. But we're getting there. If there's plenty of highlights in the Huddersfield game, we'll leave it. If not, never mind. We'll save Cardiff for another day. But yeah, nothing really too much going on. Just have a little read over. Oh yeah, I forgot Morata was here. You can very much have him make a bid, mate. If his value is 53. I have a lot of time. There's a good relationship with the manager helping these situations. Yeah, of course does. Make a bid, mate. 53 million. I'll happily sell you him. Get to see the first round, not the first round, the first lot of games for this round in the fourth round. I'm hoping for shocks. It makes it an easier. Well, there you go. There's one. Look at that. Sunderland beating Arsenal. That's another big team gone. And obviously, as we saw, Man, you have Liverpool as well. So we get through this round. Could be looking at a bit of silverware. I mean, I don't want to be preemptive, but there's not a lot of people left. Mario Fernandez, good player. Add to the shortlist. I'll keep an eye on him. Man, that's not a bit of me, personally. I don't know his height. I'm just going to check quickly. I don't actually know where the height is on this screen. Does it show? Let's have a look. Attributes. It should be somewhere. Oh yeah, 6'1". Yeah, not necessarily that tall for actual defender. Okay, let's crack into the Huddersfield game now. They're again on terrible run of form. We'll go to our away tactic and give that another run out. Barkley. I will play a slightly rotated team, so you can actually ask this to pick rotated team more. I don't want to play Christensen though. I want to play Kante still. Let's play Niambe. Other than that, that's okay. Let's leave Higuain. Actually, he's doing okay. I think Giroud's actually playing better, if you can tell by the rating. But I want to build up Higuain's confidence, and he actually doesn't know the role that well actually yet. I think they're both about the same. Who's actually struggling? It's the people who've just come in, like Hudson-Odoi, not really sure what they're doing yet. But this is a separate tactic as well. We'll play Kepa, and we'll go for that. Who are they playing? I don't know if that's, to be honest, I think that's their first team. I do not look at Huddersfield very often, even in the Premier League. They just have a, they're not even insulting. Their team is so confusing. They've got players from every which way of the planet. Like, it's a very vast and diverse team they've got, and it changes week in, week out, because obviously the manager's changing and the different things they expect of them. It's just, and even the names like Florent Guionaj or something, you know. They're players which are going to become pub quiz answers whenever you say, "Oh, did Florent Guionaj play in the Premier League?" You go, "Oh, who? What?" Yeah. It looks like they're down this year, which is sad. I do have a lot of time for them as a club. Loftus-Cheek now continuing his good run of form as well with a goal. Happy with that. He must be growing in attributes, and he must be playing well. I'm going to look in a minute, but his form must be up. He must be training well as well, because everyone is. I'm not getting a note that anyone's actually performing badly other than Willy Caballero, and he's a 30-odd-year-old. It's a 35-year-old goalkeeper, so I don't really expect him to be training very well at the moment. And what can you? Oh my God, that was the most. Kante just missed everything. I don't even mind, but that was terrible. Lossell. Pritchard. Yeah, Pedro got the ball now. VAR's here. N'Golo. Wow. I feel very bad for Huddersfield when it's not going for you. It's not going for you, is it? The first goal was a lovely, well-taken one. The second one, really unlucky. You'll see from this shot from Kante what happens. N'Golo gets the ball here, and he just pops a shot. I was moaning him earlier in the episode, wasn't I? Don't have long-range shots. He took one now, it's curled, hit the goalkeeper's back and went in. 2 goals in 2 minutes. And then, oh Lord, that's not good, is it? N'Golo's picked up an injury. What is it? Potential thigh injury. Could be hamstring, or is that in your thigh? Yeah, I'm not an expert. Yeah, it is, isn't it? God knows. We'll see after the game. Could be a break. He's straight off. There was no like yellow or orange injury icon. Loftus-Cheek hits the post or bar, either bit. Looks like the bit that joined it. Pritchard runs us now. And Ian Bacon hoof away. Well in. Another good run out for the new tactic, I must say. I know it's only Huddersfield, but it's impressive. We're dominating the game. We're getting 61% possession. And it seems to be a bit more. It's definitely what I wanted. It's plugging a lot of gaps, not allowing too much wide play to affect us too much. And we're getting lots of opportunities as well. Not like that, though. Higuain cross back. Barkley. Loftus-Cheek again. Little back heel. Oh, Loftus-Cheek with a cheeky back heel. Loftus-Cheeky. Feel free to unsubscribe and dislike the video for that. But yeah, lovely little play, look. Back heel to Pedro, or even like a side pass, but it looked lovely, and Pedro can fire in for 3-0, and it will look like we're through to the next round now. What I will do, I want to have a little look when the next time there's a highlight. I'm going to praise them. I don't get an opportunity to do that very often. But as I can't look at the latest scores yet, but I will do. I want to just have a little look what's going on, make sure who might be going out. England. Yeah, okay. Here we go. 0-0 between Thingy. They're drawing. Doesn't matter. One of them has to go through either way. And Burnley's beating Reading. We just want Derby to beat Tottenham, and we've got a pretty easy run. Other than if we get Man U or Liverpool, one of them. Man U preferably. Liverpool spanked us. Would like a bit of revenge against Liverpool though, but I don't think we're there yet. What I'm going to do here, I'm just actually going to switch around Willian and Loftus-Cheek. And I'm going to bring on... So actually, I'll leave. Yeah, I'll bring on Zapcosta now. There's no rush. We need to rest Christian. We need to rest Azpilicueta. And that'll do for now. There's no one really else I think who's important who can come on. We'll bring on actually Christensen for Louise. He doesn't get enough games. Emerson over a free kick. Crossed in, and that's, yeah, I was going to say that's offside. That looked too good to be true. You don't need to ask VAR, that was clearly off. Ask him to get creative. Barkley's pressured by that. Freeing up away at Huddersfield, he's pressurised to try and do something creative. Alright. That's a weak mentality. That's creative, well done. Hudson-Odoi with a first time cross. Cleared away. Elias Kachunga. Diakabi. Mbenza. Is that Isaac Mbenza? What a save from Kepa there. Unbelievable. No right to even get a hand to that, and he's just cleared it away. Aaron Moy over the corner now. Zanka over the bar. I feel sorry for Huddersfield. They've had lots of chances. They can't put one away. Well, I say lots of chances. I've probably seen all of them. 4 shots. Not very much. Yeah, we look like we've done the job. It's very, very comfortable now. We seem to be quite good in the cups at the moment. Like, we've been unfaltered. We've won every one so far. Williams. Even if they get a goal now, you'd got to say it's probably nothing more than the consolation. Higuain picks the ball up. I do want another one though. Loftus-Cheek through on goal. I was going to moan, but someone blocked the shot apparently because I thought that was one of the worst shots I've ever seen. But no, someone got a block in. Very entertaining game though, got to say. There's so many highlights. I think we've had 30 shots away from home. You don't see that very often. Christensen heads the ball away. Pedro can pick up. Ball over to Willian. And, oh, it should be 4. He's at the inside of the post. It's come out. Anyway, yeah, buzzing with this performance. We've played so well. The tactics seems to be really, really, really good at the moment. Obviously, a lot more work to do on it, and I'm not ready to employ it against a bigger team yet because I don't actually know it very well. I mean, the familiarity is very, very low. Well, very low. It's above halfway, but I want things to be quite fluid before I implement them in like an important game. And that should be the game now. It should be the final act. I'll get to the draw and we'll see where we are. See who our next opponent might be. I agree, they're excellent. Yep, Derby actually knocked Tottenham out. Well done. Liverpool beat Man U. Doesn't bother me, but I'm quite happy with Thingy going out, especially after getting a 90+2. So we might actually play Frank Lampard in this save, which would be funny. Kante's out for 2 months hamstring. My medical knowledge, which is very, very limited, was right. It's a torn hamstring. And that's 7 to 10 weeks. That's quite rough. I'm going to have a chat with him about that. Say, don't worry, focus on your recovery. Loftus-Cheek, again, improving. Playing really well. I'm actually quite glad about Kante. I don't think that's sunk in yet. Missed the Zagreb game. He's going to miss quite a bit more than that. Who is our next 2 monthly thing? He's going to miss games against Arsenal and United. But other than that, everything else is okay. But either way, he's going to be missing for games where we think we should win. That's not going to help him not being there. We've got 3rd in Manager of the Month. That's not bad. Abraham won Player of the Month while he's out on loan. I would love to recall him, just to keep him on the bench as an option, because Giroud and... He's very much like Giroud and Thingy though. Giroud and Higuain, very much the same. He's 6'5", Abraham. He's playing the same type of game. We've got no one who's a different option really, which is something I want to address in like January or the other window after that. Here's the draw. Liverpool. Fuck's sake. To be fair, I can probably say if we manage to manoeuvre out of that round, we've probably won the cup. So in essence, it's the final in the quarter-final. But am I happy? No, of course not. When is that game? Does that... When will that game be? Sorry. It's not for a while, so we won't get to see it for a long time. It's in December, so yeah, not that long, but episode-wise might be about 3 or 4 episodes away. Hudson-Odoi again is the top trainer, which is, I'm gonna say well done every time he does that. No bad notable trainers, which is pucker. Other than that, yeah. I suppose we'll go to the Cardiff game. I've continued all the way and I've kept waffling on. Well, I suppose we'll go to that one and then we'll start next game, next episode with the Dynamo game. So yeah, let's play the Cardiff game. I'm going to stick with the tactic we just played with actually, and we'll go with that. Jorginho and Barkley, Hazard, Loftus-Cheek, Pedro, Higuain, Alonso, Luiz, Rudiger, Azpilicueta, Kepa in goal. And there's not really much else we can do. Niambe can come onto the bench for Christensen because he's actually playing quite well whenever he's been called upon. Other than that, we'll go ahead with it. Again, they're playing the 4-1-4-1, so they're going to be sitting back. I'm going to ask them to pick up from where they left off. I agree with that assessment. And here we go. So hopefully be a very similar type of game to the other one. Against Huddersfield, similar type of opposition, similar type of setup they're playing. I agree with that. Let's try and close down Hoylett because he can cross. But other than that, let's see how the game pans out. Luka Milivojevic scored for Man U. Every time I see that, I'm confused why they've done that. But he is actually playing quite well. Every time I look, he's playing well and scoring. David Luiz, I was going to call him then. David Luiz over a free kick, but it's just hopelessly over the bar. We've not actually produced anything on target as of yet. Camarasa over a ball. It was showing how it's done. No, another save as well. And a block. Oh, he's offside anyway. But yeah, 2 free kicks. That's our only highlight so far. Here's another one. Marcus Alonso, Hazard. Jorginho. Long range shot effort. Saved by Smithies out for a corner. Quite a weak shot actually, and very, very central. The keeper was always going to get that. Alonso with the free kick, corner, beg pardon, cleared away anyway. I'm going to ask them to get creative. They need a bit more transition into the box. Making lots of shots and got lots of possession, but nothing really coming in the box so far. I'd say it's disappointing. I agree with that as well. We'll bring on Giroud. And let's have a look. Hudson-Odoi, possibly. Pedro is playing very bad. Let's go for that. Yeah, hopefully we can pull this round to a win. I would be pretty disappointed if we don't win. I'm going to ask them to show some passion. They seem to respond well to that. I might switch over. If it's still 0-0 by like 70th minute, I'll switch over to the original tactic we play and see if that can unsettle the Cardiff players, because it's a change of formation. Yeah, we'll do that now. And we'll see. They should be able to transition into it quite easily. They can, yeah, they can just literally mould into the centre. And let's see how that goes. I'll ask them to be a bit more attacking as well. I think they can push for this. Hazard with corner. Giroud up. Headed away. Giroud still on the ball. Cleared. Loftus-Cheek. Oh my god, how has that hit the post? That's such a strange effort. It was like glanced off his head and just went towards goal. Gonna drop it back to positive. But it looks like a 0-0 coming now. Try and push with the last couple of minutes. But yeah, it's pretty much a nothing game. No side did anything. We might feel we should have won it, but I don't remember a clear-cut chance of us being able to do so. As I said, not too bad. We're still 3 points off the top of all. We're more or less where we started last episode. We've not really gone anywhere. A couple of draws in the league, but as far as I can tell, I mean, actually, I can't even remember. We have there's no losses this episode. We've got 2 draws and 3 wins, so we're doing okay. A goal drought, 451 minutes. Wow, Drew will be starting a lot more games coming for the next episode. But talking about next episode, you can probably expect Zagreb, Fulham, Arsenal, which is a big game, and AZ Alkmaar. And then I'll wrap up the month of November quite nicely. It's been Kezman speaking. I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.